How to deal with rejection ASAP. How to get rejected and then not even think about it for a day. Right? I've noticed that a lot of guys do not have the ability to deal with rejection. I'm not only talking about, getting rejected by a girl, I'm talking about rejection in general, rejection to a job offer, rejection to a college application, getting rejected by maybe like a friend, right? Maybe getting rejected by a friend group as a whole, right? A lot of guys don't know how to deal with that. They'll be crying over that for the rest of the year. New thing to cry over, right? 2026 will be my year. Cries over like being rejected by loser friends. But yeah, how do you genuinely get over rejection fast, right? So let me tell you something that rejection is like possibility, right? You either get over it or you don't, right? And you could say, what if I'm stuck in between? You're not stuck in between, bro. If you're stuck in between, that means you've not gotten over it, right? It's very simple. You're either gotten over rejection, you've gotten over the breakup or whatever, or you have not. Right? There's no in between. There's no gray space. Okay. So how do you actually get over it? Just yesterday I called across this girl in college, and of course, I just saw her in class, and I just approached her right after, right? And she was on the call, so I just approached her then. She's like, I'm actually like talking to someone right now. And I'm like, oh wait, on the phone? She's like, no, I'm like, it's not a relationship, but I'm talking to someone. I'm like, okay, whatever, thank you. And she smiled off. She said thank you, whatever. She continued talking on a phone call. She walked away. Now from there, you can go to two places, right? There's two ways you can take. You can either think about her for the rest of the 2 weeks, right, and cry over her. Think about her, look at her in class. You make eye contact with her. She thinks you're a creep. She tells everyone that you're looking at her and that you rejected her. Or next day, you go and cold approach another girl. Your choice, brother. It's your choice, right? You choose what to do. Do you want to stay? Do you want to become a loser, right? You have the complete option of, I was just rejected, right? Now, today I can go to college. I can look at her. I can, talk to people about her. Or I can act like that never happened. I was never rejected. And I can just go cold approach another girl, right? If I go and tell people about her, she's gonna tell people. She's gonna tell people about, he's telling people about me. He cold approached me, stuff like that, right? And trust me, I can change the way she looks at me, by the way she perceives me. I can change the way she perceives me, just by like never looking at her, never thinking about that again. If I go and I drag it, that's what makes me a loser, right? That's what makes you a guy who thinks about his ex. That's what makes you a bottom dweller. However, if you just shrug it off, right, and you continue to climb the ranks or attempt to climb the ranks, it's like it never happened. You're never gonna need, that space in your heart. Like, you're never gonna have that, bro. Never. Just go tomorrow, next day, go cold approach another girl, bro. You're building the skill of cold approaching, right? Most likely, if she said yes, I probably didn't even know like what I do with that yes. Like, I don't have any money to take her on a date. I invested all of my money, right? So I legit don't know what I would have done. Why? Because that's not what I'm trying to build. I'm not trying to build the skill of dating right now, right? Even though simultaneously I am learning about that skill, I'm building the skill of how to talk to girls on a different level, on like more intimate, on a more flirty level, right? I'm learning how to do that. And the unfortunate truth is that I had that ability like so good. It was so good, right? But I fell into a bunch of ruts and stuff. I'm back here. But it's probably gonna take me like a few more weeks to get to that level. I just need to smile more, stuff like that. But yeah, the only way to get over your girl is to go and ask other girls out. That is the most simple and the best way, bro. Why? Because that's legit how your brain works, right? If you if there's a ball in front of you, if there's a red ball in front of you, right, and there's a bunch of different colored balls kept aside. If there's 5 balls, red, there's green, blue, red, yellow, pink, right? And you're just staring at the red ball, right? Just staring at the red ball. I'm like, oh my god, I don't want to think of the red ball. Oh, I don't want to think of the red ball. I don't want to think of the red ball. And you look away. You don't look at any of the other balls. You just look away. The first thing that comes to your mind is still gonna be the red ball because that's the last thing you saw. Well, if you shift your attention off the red ball and look at the pink, green, or blue balls, maybe the yellow one, right? You're not gonna be thinking of the red ball. Why? You might still think of the red ball. Sometimes you do. It happens. But slowly, you're not thinking of the pink ball. Why? Because there's brain activity in your head. There's something new. Your brain likes new stuff. So that's what you do. You get rejected, go talk to other girls. I know it sounds hypergamous as hell, right? But that, as per my experience, is the only way to get over rejection as fast as possible. In any field, you got rejected from a job, find a new job, rejected by a friend, get a new friend, rejected by a friend group, get a new friend group, rejected by college, new college, business idea didn't work for you, sad, new business idea as fast as you can. That is the way, bro. Do new stuff as fast as possible. Stop getting into ruts. Stop sitting down like a little B word. Stay happy and stay smiling.